back to another video, guys. So yeah, you are with me again back in the shed. It's another weekend's gone by, and basically the plan to sort of get done today is to sort of crack on with the rest of those ball joints on that driver's side, and go from there. Really, I can't really do a lot more else other than that, because I'm waiting to get some bolts for like the lower control arm place and bits and pieces like that. So obviously, because it has to be put back in a certain sequence, like little things like that are stopping me putting them back in, basically. So just on another note, if you watch one of my other vlogs, basically you'll probably be curious to know I managed to finish the rest of the cladding on the shed, and so this is what it looks like now. So yeah, this is what we're working with now. We've done the shed and got most of the cladding done, so that looks really smart. Oh, don't worry about all this here, because this is all going to be sanded. It's all wood glue where the join was, but that's all been done. I don't know if I said in the other videos, that's all been tacked down, and the seals obviously on the bottom of the door stop any rain coming in. So yeah, we got the doors done. We chopped out all the rot that we could get, and then just made a small feature out of the two double doors there. Put a new catch lock on it, new hinges which you can't really see, you can just see the end of it there. But all this white bit here and all the timber, that's all going to be painted when we find a suitable colour that we're going for, and it should really tidy it up. So it looks a million times better as it is now, just for some wood to go over the top of it, and hopefully last a bit longer. We still need to do the gutters along here. I've got a bit of downpipe over there, and then what we're going to do is maybe feed the downpipe off here and then run around the back of the shed and stick a water butt just down here somewhere, just so it's out of the way of you, basically, and you can't actually see it when you're in the actual garden, so it's not cluttering up any of this space. As you can see, it's a big tip right now. And then we got this done at the weekend as well. So we got new downpipes, because the current ones were all blocked. So we got new front back downpipes. We just cut a bit of the old decking out and put a water butt in for now, but we will put drainage going all the way along that fence and going out the back, so that'll be good. But yeah, obviously bit by bit, just doing it as a project. So I've got loads of little projects on the go, but today hopefully I can make a good start on the white Clio. So that's what the plan is today, and go from there really. So yeah, looking forward to this. Got a really good deal on some of the parts as well. Managed to knock the guy down a few quid, because it is quite expensive for the parts I've got in there, which I'll show you in a sec. And yeah, so what I kind of saved is what would go towards the drop links, because I need some drop links as well. And I was thinking about replacing the ball, what was it, the top strut bearings, I suppose, but they don't look too bad, and I've given them a clean up, and this one seems to be pretty good. So for the sake of the money at the minute, I do just want to get this car back on the road, and there is so much work to be done with it. Obviously, like I said before, I do want to give it some protection, spray it all down with some of that duck oil, all in the arches and all over the new parts, so they're all protected. Because as you saw, well, as I saw from one of the videos from Lee Lockwood's video, he's got that McGann 225, which as I was watching it, you could see a lot of the suspension components are shared with this car as well. So it was quite interesting to watch it as he was doing it, because I watched it before I took mine apart, and I could see what was involved, what bits were actually down there, and what bolts and nuts and stuff I needed to take off. And as he came across it, I could see that he basically had the exact same parts basically that I needed to source for myself, and sort of go from there really. So yeah, it sort of really helped me out in that sense. So Thank you, Lee. And yeah, let's get on with it. So got a load of new parts in there. I'll drag all that out, and I don't know if I can put it anywhere for the now. I might just put it down over here at the minute, and then I can show you guys what I've got. Right guys, so yeah, as I was saying, basically this is the box of goodies that I've got for the car. This is the money shot, if you like. So what we've gone with is, after I said to you about getting the control arm out of there, we've now got two genuine Renault control arms, because as I looked at them, this ball joint here on the end was the one I was going to replace. And you saw in the last video I tried pressing this bush out, and it just wasn't having it at all. So I was like, right, I'm not going to mess around with it, let's just buy all new parts, and I haven't got to do anything then from there on, so I can just bung these straight on. But like I said, I am missing the bolts that go in here because I had to cut them off, as I showed you. That's just got the little protector on there at the minute. But yeah, that's one. And then I've got a second one there as well for the other side. Obviously you want to be doing this sort of stuff in pairs, that's what I like to do anyway. I don't really like replacing stuff as singles. And then I've got a pair of, I think these are the inner ball joints. I'm not too sure what they're actually called, like in the position, but yeah, I think they're inner. I think that's the inner one. And then you've got the outer pivot ball joint, basically. So yeah, we've got two of those, two each of those, and yeah, that's my small fortune on parts for now. So that should get us moving a little bit. So what the plan is today, because I've got the parts out, I'm going to take two of them, one of each of them, and we can start working on getting basically these pressed back in, ready to go back on the car at some point. You know, car's now been off the road, I'm missing it quite a lot. You know, it's a brilliant car, absolutely loved having it so far, but it's just been a shame that not long after after I bought it, that basically this had happened. So yeah, there's the control arm bolt that I need to get, because I've obviously cut the head off it. So yeah, it's a real shame really. It's such a lovely car, I've really enjoyed having it so far, and it'd be nice to see it back on the road again. I can't really complain too much, because I am enjoying having the red car out on the road, as much as she as noisy and you know, ignorant as she is. I'm still loving her, so that's still good, you know. But for now, obviously that's just a cover, and then this will be my daily going back on the road. So yeah, can't wait for that really, looking forward to that. And then we can hopefully get the red car out to some track days, if this car doesn't take all my money, which will be good, definitely. So yeah, let's crack on with getting some ball joints pressed in with our new tool. Right, so yeah, that didn't really work, basically, trying to get that ball joint in. So what I'm going to have to resort to, I've stuck the actual pivot ball joint in the freezer so that can freeze, and then I'm heating up the actual arm that it's going into as well, because all it was doing, if you can see there, I don't know if you can see it, just as the tip of the blue flame at the bottom, it was digging in, because it was going in at a funny angle for some reason. So hopefully if I do this, then that'll be a little bit smaller, and then this will expand a little bit, so that it will just give it that little bit of tolerance that I might even be able to just push it in itself and drop it in by hand. So yeah, I'll come back when basically that's warmed up a little bit. Right, there we go guys, so with some fettling and a bit of encouragement, it's slowly going in. Right, let's get Right, there we go guys, so yeah, after a bit of persuasion, we've managed to get the pivot ball joint in, so that's fully pressed in. That was not as easy as I thought it would be. Obviously I couldn't be able to do it without this tool, but the cups on these aren't quite the right size. You can see it's just taken a bit of a hit there on the inside, because as I've tried to put that in, it wants to protrude just past it, and the adapters I've got don't quite fit in there, so it was a bit of an arse, but it's in, so that's one done. I'm not looking forward to having to do this again basically, and yeah, now we've got to do the other ball joint, so yeah, let's crack on with that one. Right, there we go guys, so yeah, we've got the second arm there all mounted, ready to go. So I'm just going to double check I do get it in the right way and it's not pointing out the wrong way. I'm pretty sure it has to go down like that. And let's just double check on the other side. See, this is why you don't do both sides at the same time, just to reference what you've got. And yeah, pretty sure that goes in from the top. Suspension strut goes through there, that's the top end. Yeah, let's go with that. Right, there we go guys, so yeah, that one all seems to be in now and it's looking good. Just take this apart and see what we're left with. So obviously the point of these is obviously to stop you damaging the threads on the end here, and then the cup there on the end is come through, that you push it through to get the circlip end through. So try and smack this off because it's one. Cool, so that's another one pressed in, and all I need to do now is get that circlip and put that on basically. Brilliant. Right, so that's another ball joint in, circlip on, and looking good. So yeah, there you go guys, just give you a quick look. So we go, we've got the circlip on. I've just moved it so the head's around this side so it doesn't interfere with any surface, and it's just out of the way. And yeah, I think that's about it for tonight guys. That's about as far as I can go with that. We've made a good start. Like I say, I do need some bolts for these arms so I can put them back in, and I need to obviously order some more drop links for the arms as well, so they should hopefully be coming at some point. Right guys, so yeah, what I'm going to do at the minute, I'm going to get the this inner tie rod off, and then after that I've got a few cloths, so I'm going to give this all a good clean and get some protection on it. Basically just give it a clean with some of the sort of paint cleaners first, and then at some point get that duck oil and give it a good clean after that, basically. So yeah, so I've got some vice grips on this, and I just need to take it off basically with a ratchet of some sort, I think. Oh, there we go, spot on, first size. So let's go with that. It's a 16. Yeah, so as you might have seen there from using the breaker bar, it wasn't actually doing anything because the bolt's actually quite crusty. So what I'm doing is just heating it up, and that should expand the bolt just enough to crack some of the rust inside the bolt. So that should give us a good chance of getting this off, basically, because it is a little bit stubborn. And yeah, so this won't take long, just a couple of seconds, and just get up to a nice good temperature, and it should crack off nice and easy. Okay, so a bit of an update, guys. So what I've done is I've basically got some of this silicone lubricant and basically just sprayed that all inside the arch, and just got it in all the crevices on the hinges and things like that, just so it can give it a little bit of protection on top of what I'm going to do with the duck oil. So I just want to basically coat it in loads of different layers of silicone and oils and things like that, just to protect all those inner arches anywhere I can, just to stop them corroding and just getting worse, basically. Well, I say worse, they're pretty good as they are. Obviously I don't want them to start, So this is just a little measure to help it just last a bit longer than it should really. So I've given them a good clean, and we've got that also that inner tie rod off, so that's done. I ended up having to grind it off in the end because the bolt wouldn't come off, so I cleaned up the edge of it and then just painted it with some satin black on the end of there, you can see, and then all of this is nice and clean basically. So yeah, that's where I'm sort of leaving it at. I've got the ball joints in those two arms, so that's pretty good. And yeah, and that's about a little bit as far as I can go at the minute. Like I say, I do need a few bolts and those drop links to obviously replace the old ones, to get some adjustable ones. So yeah, that's about it really, guys. So I'm going to go in now. It is pretty cold out at the minute and not very nice, but yeah, hope you have a good weekend, guys, and don't forget to leave a like, and if you did like the video, don't forget to obviously subscribe. You can see a lot more of this coming, and I'll see you on the next one, guys. Thanks for watching.